What's going on, Brash Garage? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a couple weeks, but that's because I have been out of the country. We were actually over in Italy exploring, baby. It was actually sick. It's so hot over there right in the middle of summer. If you think about going to Europe in the middle of summer, don't do it, dude. It's so hot. But with that being said, we are back in town and we are ready to get some work done on these cars. Today though, we're not gonna be focusing so much on the Civic as we're still waiting on parts, but we're gonna be focusing on this Accord. I need to fix some things up before we can go ahead and try and flip it into something of higher value. That's what we've kind of deduced we're gonna do with this car. I like the car, it has its quirks. It's a 30-year-old car. It's got really bad rust, which is one of the things we bondoed, and I'm gonna go ahead and try and clean up and fix today. Just make it a bit more presentable and go from there. But the Accord we're gonna use as a flip car. It's our first flip car, and we're gonna try and flip it into something of higher value, fix that higher value up, flip it into something better and better and better. So we got a little flip series with this, build series with this, and then as you guys know, the Veloster is leaving us. It's not gone yet, but it is. Without further ado, let's dive into this Accord. We've been gone from the shop so long, boys, we need to do a little bit of weeding. This is the first time we've ever had freaking infestation at the shop. Look at this. This thing needs to get taken out. We haven't driven this in weeks, but that wideband is soldered into the ECU now, so she's mint. This car is mint. Let's get a nice peek of that V16 because shit. So this here is really what I would like to tackle today. You can already see some rust coming back through the bondo, but we went over the bumper line, so I would like to take it off the bumper line so the bumper can kind of move freely and just kind of fix this up. So I'm gonna bust out the sandpaper and start scuffing this up, and then we might just hit it with like a little coat of black or something, because this paint's already so far gone, like it doesn't even matter. But we just need to fix this whole area up. I'm just gonna use some of this 800 here and kind of scuff all this primer. See if I can't remove a lot of the primer that was been overlapped onto the paint, because we don't need all that. We need a little bit more abrasive, I think. Just gonna have to go in with a little bit of 80, I guess. Already, we've gotten a lot of excess bondo off with this 80 grit. So I'm just gonna kind of keep working this and we'll come back, because I don't want this to be the focal point of the video. I just wanted to clean this up today. So I'm gonna go at this and we'll check back when it's a little bit better. Another thing I kind of want to attack and present to you guys is this engine here, this transmission right here for it, and that clutch in that box right there. That's a stage 4 Inspiron clutch. That's an LS trans, and this is an LS non VTEC V18B. Now, do we rip the head off this, send it to a machine shop, do a new oil pump, water pump, timing belt, adjustable cam gears, ARP head studs, ARP rod bolts, and throw a turbo kit on this thing and see just how much power it'll make before it makes a nice little window? Or do we stick with the NA B16? I really like to do my first like engine build with this engine in specific, because it's the non VTEC one. It handles boost a lot better. B18B is just like, B18B or B18A is just like the boost engine, whereas I wouldn't really want to boost this because the bay is so perfect. Without a turbo, it would be so cluttered in here, and this thing is just so good NA with that VTEC, almost 10,000 RPMs. You don't want to ruin that with a turbo, but this thing doesn't rev that high and has no VTEC and be perfect to make around 400 wheel horse. But this harness needs to get some work done. As you can see, all this loom is terrible. These leads are cut off, and there's just a bunch of stuff. So I would like to take this down, redo it. Like there's spade connectors here and here, like 2 back to back instead of solder. Like, why that is, I don't know. Another one here, and this is all like harness stuff. So there's no wonder there were so many codes and stuff being thrown from this. Like there's new loom, old loom, so much electrical tape, chopped off shit, butt connectors instead of solder, more chopped off wires. Like it is just a mess. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape it and label it B18B harness. But I'm really excited to build this engine. But if you guys don't want me to take out this gorgeous V16A and ruin this bay with this boosted, then you let me know, because I might have to find a new chassis to put this into. I bought these so long ago when the V18 was in the hatch, and I still have a brand new Felpro oil pan gasket and a Beck Arnley valve cover gasket. So it's like, I already got so many gaskets, I got so many parts to do it. We might be building an engine, boys. Okay, and now that's flat. We are gonna go ahead and mask it off and hit it with some of this, just so it's closer to the color of the car. When I was doing the bolt check and I was on the rear, if you guys haven't seen that video, it's the last video on this channel, go ahead and check it out. I noticed an issue with this rear quarter panel. As you can see, it's been primered in there and touched up, but if you really look hard, rust. Now it's really hard to see with the wheel on, but in here specifically, it's a little bit crunchy. So what I'm gonna do next video is jack the rear end of this car up, take this wheel off, and the other rear quarter is totally fine, so is the front, it's just this. But I'm gonna take this wheel off, I'm gonna go in here with the Dremel and try and just clean it all up, and then I'm gonna seal it with not a spray paint, but this rust sealer. It's in a bottle, it's rust prevention sealer and a brush, and I'm just gonna layer it on here to seal all that up. But seeing that rust really hurt after we did all the body work and paint of this car, and we thought everything was good and sealed, but of course, 90s Honda making a comeback with the rear quarter panel rust. I don't know why it only happened to that side, because this side got the exact same treatment, and in fact, it's still black paint and nothing is rusty there, but regardless, the passenger side rear quarter has got some rust coming back. We're gonna go ahead and fix this rust next video, so if you wanna see how we do that properly, not like the Accord, comment, like, subscribe, turn those notifications on so you don't miss out when we post live. And this car will hopefully be flipped into the next car that we've been eyeing out for a little bit, that I think you guys will very much enjoy, and it's staying a part of the Honda gang. Till then, boys, comment, like, subscribe, peace.